Girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick a card. Today it's going to be you and them. Oh my goodness, everything is flipping around. Yes, you and them. So that could be connected to love or any kind of situation you find yourself. It doesn't always have to be about love and relationships. Let's have a look, and then we do the hidden truth oracle and angel cards because we like it. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Part number 1, you and them. 10 of Swords, the devil. 2 of Swords. Well. Oh my goodness. All right. So there is definitely an end of a cycle of life, meaning that maybe you don't understand. There's that said, can't take it anymore. And of course, the S of Swords, excuse me, is coming up. And yes, sometimes the 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, and S of Swords, S of Wands come together. So end of a cycle, not really good. As you can see, someone has been betrayed more than once. And yeah, that was very heavy. And maybe you had to save yourself from that. Maybe that was a karmic. Yes, maybe they were with an overbearing parent or a narcissistic parent or an ex-partner, ex-wife, ex-husband who was really narcissist and very toxic, very low vibration. So they had, or maybe you had, to really finish that. It had to go. That is so difficult, so challenging, so hurtful. And maybe you may have been with a karmic because you were repeating a pattern you learned when you were growing up. So you chose someone who was going to do the same things to you, so that maybe you were trying to overcome it. At the end of the day, you don't understand. So you had maybe to make a choice, or they had to make a choice between two. The thing is, introspection is here, opening the heart, opening the eyes, recognizing there was a pattern, and you need to get out of that. Absolutely. Sometimes that's the only thing, is just to go, leave it. Okay, so in my opinion, someone found it difficult to open their heart to see the truth because they may still have some residue of the energy. Okay, we're still on the 10 of Swords. It's not pretty. But then soon we're going to have the Ace of Swords when clarity is there and we know what we're going to do. There's a lot of mind energy. The sword is here too. I'm going to take one more because this is really heavy, right? Yeah. 6 of Cups is going back to self-love, going back to romantic love. Yes, you can see the transition here. I mean, the contrast is enormous. Leaving the darkness and going to the true love. Leaving the karmic and going to the true love. That is a choice they had to make. Do I stay in that zone where everything is over, or do I choose to actually love myself enough to be in a relationship that is fulfilling? There's a no-brainer here, right? Very straight to the point. So remember that, okay? But new cycle coming in very soon. Okay, so let's have an hidden truth oracle. This one is always kind of interesting. I feel you even though we are apart. Yes, it is difficult, to let go of that energy, to let go of this to start with. Yeah, it's difficult because it's a codependency emotionally or to substances or whatever, but inevitably the choice will be made. And then when you have a taste of true love and sincere love, equal love, romantic love, then that's it. That's what you want to go for. But you may still feel the residue of that toxic person. It doesn't disappear overnight. It takes a little while, okay? But then slowly but surely you detach yourself from it because you are now in a true love. And maybe the true love is to give love to yourself in a healthy way. Go back to you, always going back to yourself, because you are the man VIP of your life. Absolutely. So go back to yourself to not be codependent, okay? It's important. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have an angel card just to figure it out. Wisdom. You think so? Everything has a place and purpose. To be wise is to have great love, tolerance, and compassion for all things. Yeah. Wisdom is a learning really your worth, essentially, in this one. You cannot be subject of the devil energy, and that can be someone extremely narcissist. That can be your own parents. That can be someone really close to you and you could not believe that they're actually manipulative and controlling. Wisdom is about recognizing this. And maybe for a while, you block everything. You block the heart. You don't want to go anywhere. And suddenly, step by step, you're realizing the true love. And that has to start by your love, loving yourself. That it has to be the starting point. No doubt about that. Part number 2, you and them. What do we have here? Seven of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. Seven is spirituality. We know that. Okay, so what do we have here? Someone obviously procrastinating, not making any decision. There is a fine line between procrastinating and not being ready to make a decision just yet. So you know yourself, you know if you can't just dwelling on it, or if you actually don't have the solution just yet. That's fine. Someone is going to stop doing that because there is a decision made. After being tormented, that person wants to fight for the relationship. So you know that non-action is not going to be there forever. There's going to be something happening. They cannot stick to their own ways, old ways and own ways. Inevitably, they realize, no, I'm going to lose a person that is really making sense in my life. And that's you, being the Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles is all about building a relationship, building a security when it comes to money. Not obsessed about money, but stability, having money in a pocket. It actually is give you a liberty, a freedom that you won't have if you don't have any money. It's not obsessing about money, it's about knowing my worth as well. I don't want to be in a relationship when I'm not appreciated, for example. I don't want to be fighting. I want a tranquil life. The Queen of Pentacles, my female, doesn't matter. Build a career, build connection, trustworthy, committed, build. And that stability might actually make this person change their tone. They might not being so tormented because you're giving them a sense of security, maybe a direction in their life, and therefore they want to fight for that connection to happen. They may have taken their time for a while, you know, they were not doing anything, not being ready, and then you say, well, this is how I live my life and I'm going to stick to that because it works for me. So you decide, are you going to be fluffing around, or are you going to do something about it? Bingo, right? So very straightforward. Inevitably, they're going to be inspired by your sense of direction and stability. Good, because you want things to progress and grow and build something. That's important. Let's have a hidden truth oracle, because I think it's quite straightforward. I bury myself in work to forget you. Yeah, you may have done that for a while because a person was procrastinating. So you were working hard, but actually you worked on your career. You made your career significant, and you keep working. I mean, I know, many times I go back to the work because that bring me a bit of a breathing space as well. Plus it bring me stability. Is important. Working on yourself, or working as a job is something that will be positive. So do not hesitate to go back to that. Okay, go to work, show up, do what you need to do, and then things will come down eventually. Okay, so let's have an angel card at the end of the day. What do we have? Wisdom. Right, I promise you we have other cards. Everything has a place and a purpose. To be wise is to have great love, tolerance, and compassion for all things. So this is a card of the day, apparently. Yes, absolutely. Wisdom is to going back to what makes sense, you know, to co-create with the universe. It's not taking the time or days for granted. If you're not ready to make a decision, fair enough, but you cannot marinate in that soup, okay? Eventually, every day is precious. Every day is a miracle. Let's not take it for granted. Every day you're showing up in your life. And of course, a situation when you can't, fair enough, but you're not going to marinate in that. Show up and do what needs to be done. On this note, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.